few basic truths. Please understand, every sacred secret, every sacred truth I am uttering, every word need to be internalized and internalized. Do not sit with the intellectual tiredness. Usually people have this pattern. Tell us finally what we should do. No, things don't work like that. Please understand. Every word I am uttering matters. The first truth. Time is a matter. And it does not matter. Time is a matter and it does not matter. You can manipulate it as you can manipulate your body. Understand? You can make your body big or small with certain practices, diet control. You can manipulate it. You can play with it. Same way, you can play with time. You can play with time. How? We will see next. But some of the basic truths, you can play with it. Please listen. It was such powerful click for me. I'll tell you exactly what he said. He said, how the moment your bladder is full, your brain can create the restroom which is not there and give you the comfortable feeling you are protected, safe, you are in a proper place, please relieve yourself. Only after that signal goes to the body, the internal organs decide to relieve and relieves itself. The pressure inside you to perceive something, to have some experience, creates the concept of time and gives you various experiences. Pressure inside you, that bladder is full, creates the restroom ambience in your brain, which is actually not there, but gives you a comfortable feeling, you can relieve yourself. Same way, desire to have certain experiences. That pressure inside you creates time which is not there and gives you various experiences. I'll try to convey much deeper the same truth further, now you understand this much. The whole idea of time is your will and decision. I can give you 100 examples. When you are sitting with somebody whom you like or doing something which you like, your passion, you don't know how the time passes. Time gives you a different experience about you, about life, about world. But when you are sitting with somebody whom you don't like, or when you are doing something about which you are forced, time gives you different experience about yourself, world and life. This one small example I have seen in my own life. Morning 5 o'clock, early morning 5 o'clock to night 11 o'clock, I'll be sitting with Arunagiri Yogeshwara. I don't know how the sun rises and sun sets, but at night, few hours when I need to be in the house, away from him, I'll move the clock 10 times, thinking that it is not moving, it has stopped. I'll feel why the nights are so long. Time is slow when you wait. Time is fast when you are late. Time is deadly when you are sad. Time is short when you are happy. Time is endless when you are in pain. Time is long when you feel bored. Every time, time is determined by your feelings and psychological conditions, not by clocks. So learn to have nice time always. Whatever now I am sharing, most of you may know that ideas, nothing new. But I am trying to set the context so that I can lead you into the deeper understanding, especially the experience to make these understandings permanent. Time is a matter it does not matter. It can be manipulated as you want. You can play with it as you want. One more understanding I received from Arunagiri Yogeshwara about time. Listen carefully. The whole life is just a vast canvas. Space is the canvas. Imagine 200-mile length canvas on which lot of paintings are there. The paintings which you already perceived. is called past. The painting you are perceiving is present. The painting you are going to perceive is future. But the truth is all three exist. All three exist. Next statement I am making. Please listen. First statement I am making. Past, present, future, all three exist. And the next statement I am making, you can alter all the three. We always think, if all three already exist, how can I alter my future? If it is already existing, how can I alter? Understand? The painting exists does not mean you can't add something to it. Your powerlessness, I can't add something to it, only makes you stop adding. And very important statement I am making now. Not only you can alter the future, you can alter your past. How? We will make. You can alter your past. One, time is a matter, it does not matter. Second, your psychological ups and downs, physiological ups and downs are not you. Next, your past, present, future exists now. Next, it exists now does not mean you are bound by it. You can alter not only your future, even your past. I had a fortune of meeting a great Paramahamsa. His name was Sundananda Swami. He was from Ramakrishna order in Mangalore. Now he is no more, he left the body. In his room he will have 25 clocks. One will show 8:30, one 9:10, another one 1:30, another one 2:40. Like this 25 different times. I used to ask him, Maharaji, why this is an elderly person. Maharaji, why like this? So many clocks with so many time. What is actual time? He will say, hey, Koka. Koka means in Bengali, small boy. He will say, hey, Koka. Whatever time I want, I will keep that clock as a real time. It was very shocking. And he was head of the mud monastery where so much need to happen as per the chronological clock. But he was always making everything happen. The absolute freedom from time. Listen. Consider this line, straight line, as present moment. Now, every thought happens between past and future. Please listen. Actually, from morning I am giving you different truths about time. Now, all those zigzag puzzles will fall in place if you just grasp this one. All thoughts, it can be as simple as feeling like having a cup of tea, or as complicated as politically strategizing for some victory. It can be as simple as wanting to have a cup of coffee, or as complicated as political strategizing for some victory. Any thought, thought means movement between past and future. Thought means nothing but you move to the past and future. This is past. Let's consider this as past, and this as future. The center moment, present, where the present meets the past and future. That moment is now. This is that now. Present. Understand, if these lines symbolically represent time, means this board is the space. Symbolically, this board represents space. On space only the whole time happens. Space is the most subtlest matter on which the play of time happens. Just understand this example. Your movement between past and future is thought. Like you jump from here to there to here to there to here to there to here. That is what I call your perception about you, life, your existence. Your existence is nothing but the movements. Because till you know your real reality, as of now, whatever you know about you is nothing but your thinking. Am I right? Is there anything you know about you more than your thinking? Anybody? If you know something more about you, more than your thinking, this seat is for you. See, whatever you know about you is all based on your thinking. So, I can very comfortably assume your thinking is your reality, as on now. Am I right? So, it is all about you jumping into the past and future, past and future, past and future. That's all is your thinking. That's all is your, what you call as you. See, what I call as you is much beyond than what you call as you. So now I am talking about what you call as you. It's all about movements between the past and future. And I want you to know, it has a direct utility in your life's balance sheet. So please don't think it is some philosophy, it is some metaphysics, it is some intellectual stuff. Allow every word to enter into you. It can increase your everyday balance sheet. Double. It can increase your everyday balance sheet. So allow this understanding to set into your system. I can make you alive. This I received directly from Arunagiri Yogeshwara. Listen carefully. Your inner space. what do you call as you? Tahara Akasha. Taharakasha. It's a Sanskrit word. What do you feel as you? Inner space. Pratyakatma or Takarakasha. Takarakasha is a more precise word. Your inner space. If you hit your inner space with a powerful cognition, that powerful cognition explodes as power, awareness, pure consciousness, super consciousness, higher level of existence in you. The same Taharakasha, your inner space, if it is hit with the patterns, it gets reduced into something called time and boring lifestyle. Listen carefully. Every pattern gets settled in your inner space, makes you time bound, means you will feel days and months are passing, but you are not doing anything. You don't know how the time is passing. It is just going. Suddenly you remember next year is here. Suddenly you remember next year. Suddenly you remember, oh God, one more birthday. And you don't know what is going on, what you are doing. Understand? More patterns, more unconscious, more delusion, more you become time bound. That is why Kala Bhairava is described as ferociousness. This is exactly I learned from Arunagiri Yogeshwara. He says, whenever you are ferocious and break one pattern, you gain 1 hour extra in your life. Understand? I am giving you a rough example. Sometimes when you break one pattern, you may get even 3-4 hours extra. Means that 24 hours chronological time is different. Consciously, how many hours you are living, that psychological time is different. Phenomenology of the time. Listen. In reality, chronological time does not matter for your existence because you are a conscious being. A being just takes birth, eats, reproduces, ages and dies. For that being, chronological time is enough. But you are not that kind of a being. You are a conscious being. You have a purpose to exist. You feel desire, fear, greed, wanting, not wanting. You have choices. And you feel your freedom to choose. Understand? The moment you feel you have a will, you are a conscious being. So how many hours are available for your consciousness, your awareness? That psychological time matters. Every time you are ferocious and break a pattern, you gain time. You gain conscious extra. Conscious longevity. Understand? In Hindu tradition, we have two. One, increasing the physical longevity. Another one, increasing the conscious longevity. Veda Ayurveda. Ayurveda is all about increasing the physical longevity, body functioning with health for long period. Veda is all about consciousness functioning more. Understand? Every time you break a pattern, you have more psychological time available to you. Living in Kailasavasi is all about making the maximum conscious psychological time available to you. Of course, I do work on your body, detoxification, giving you the best organic food and make your body also live long. Listen carefully. Whatever intention you have that you want to become, that is you. Other than that, any psychological, physiological, neurological experience, perception you go through is not you. If you feel depressed about your body and your mind and about yourself, or if you feel excited, elated about your body, your mind and about you, whether depression or excitement, nothing is you. Nothing is you. When Arunagiri Yogeshwara shared these words with me, the way it entered into my system, the way it became part of my cognition, the way it became part of my reality, from that day, never physiological, psychological, neurological ups and downs can bind me in any way. Listen to this truth and contemplate on it. I'll support you to experience that as reality. I still remember you are sitting in this very posture, Sukhasana, having hand on my shoulder and said the exact words uttered in Tamil. Main ninaivaalo, uyir ninaivaalo, moolayalo, unarvavai உள்ளது அல்ல. I know for sure, even if you are a Tamilian, you can't understand these lines because it is classical Tamil. I asked him, then what is me? He put the next question, what do you want to become? Small boy, I just stretched my chest in a wide way, put both my hands on the hip and said, Sadashiva. Whatever I heard from the temple lectures, satsangs, pravachans, books, that is what I know as ultimate.
So I put both my hands on the hip and said, looking into his both eyes, said, Sadashiva. And already his hand was on my shoulder. The one more reason I put both my hands on my hip, I just want to give him more space so that he will not take his hands off. His hands will rest comfortably on my shoulder. I was so much in love with him. I will not miss a single chance to have his touch. Whether he touches me or I get a chance to touch him. Already his hand was on my shoulder. He said, "You are that." It was so clear, I can see. It's directly from his third eye to my third eye. There was no questions, doubts after that. He himself explained, your intention is the only living mechanism in you. ஆஞ்ஞையே உனக்குள் இருக்கும் உயிர், ஆஞ்ஞையே உனக்குள் இருக்கும் கடவுள், அதுவன்றி வேறொன்றும் உன்னுள் உயிர்த்திருப்பதில்லை என்பதனால் உயிர்த்திருக்காத ஒன்று உயிருக்கு உபத்திரவம் தர இயலாது. Means your intention only is you, your intention, what you want to be is only God in you. Your intention is the only living mechanism in you. Other than your intention, everything else is matter in you. Because of that, the matter cannot disturb your intention, which is you. You cannot be controlled, affected by the matters in you. Meditate. Don't think it will take a lot of time to realize this truth. No. I did not put all my self-effort and realize this truth. I got it as gift. So I commit with you guys, I'll give it as a gift to all of you. Ultimately, I received it as a gift. Because I received as a gift, I am bound to give it as a gift. That is the way I show gratitude to my gurus. Whatever may be your perception, whatever may be the way life occurs to you, Don't try to find reason now. Please understand, I only asked you to pen down how life is occurring to you. I have not asked you to find your reason. No. All your reasons. I always tell people, your reason should be reasonable. The reasons you find should be reasonable. It should be useful for you. It should be about future. I am giving you an example. Somebody is suffering with depression. If you want him to get healed, the very diagnosis and the context with which diagnosis is done itself should be towards the goal of curing, healing, completion. The way life is occurring to you now, please understand, the second secret I want you to know from this program is right method of diagnosing your problems. Diagnosis should be done from the angle of future possibility, not from the aspect of how you can dump the responsibility on the past. The why should be attended from future. That is, only then it will become zest, or it will be cut. If you try to deal the why from the past, it will be just cut, crass. Only if you deal it from the future, it can become zest. Listen, always attend the why to make not to dump as crass X. Depression. If the simple diagnosis can be done to a depression, any depression has to attract the high energy. It's a simple logic. Whether in the water body or in the weather, if there is a depression, there is going to be a fulfillment. I tell you, most of the people enjoy your problems because only when you have a problem, you will be dependent on them. By and by, you yourself start enjoying it. Because with problems, the infrastructure you established seems very useful and fruitful. You look very brilliant. When the problems become redundant, the infrastructure you established looks redundant. So the time you spent on all that looks very redundant. Just to make your past worthy, you go on making your problems relevant. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. There are at least, I can give you one example. There are at least 100 methods of transportation. More convenient, comfortable methods are already available without using the roads and petrol, diesel, the oil. Without using the oil and road, at least 100 methods of transportations are already available. Enough of balloons, methods, just you can race for 200 feet and reach your office, all that is available. Nobody wants to make that popular because all the energy, time we spent on road and oil will become irrelevant. So we will look like fools. I'm giving you one example. Whether in the field of health, or whether in the field of communication, whether in the field of transportation, in every field, enough has happened if you look at the why from the angle of solving it. But the why is not looked from the angle of solving it. Let me give you some more example which you can directly understand and analyze. See, now you have written lot of lines, thoughts, ideas, how life is occurring to you. You always think, I know the problem, I know the solution, only I don't know how to execute it. Please understand, if you don't know how to make it into reality, at least be very clear, you don't know the solution. Don't have this half understanding. No, I know the solution. I only don't know how to make it happen. No. That is what I call consolation out of confusion. Trying to console yourself out of confusion. Understand, till the result happens, effort cannot be called as effort. Till the effect happens, effort cannot be called as effort. Somebody came and told me just few days before, one of my team lead person, I am putting so much of effort, result is not happening, Swamiji. I said, no. Be very clear, till the result happens, what you do cannot be called as effort. Don't have the wrong diagnosis, wrong reasoning. Wrong reasoning is delusion. Wrong reasoning is suicidal. Wrong reasoning makes you feel you are stuck in the life. The first step, seeing how life is occurring. The second step, next step, always look at the life, perceive the life, understand the life, reason with the life from the context of making it as you want. Making it as a reality as you want. Not dumping the responsibility or playing the blame game on your past, on everything. We can blame everything, including ourselves, and say, this is the way it is, what can be done? No. That is what I call suicidal. Many times we even start enjoying our belief that we are only capable of this much. This is the way it is. I'll give you an example. You want to be healthy, you want to wake up early morning 4:30 and do yoga every day and healthy. Is there anybody putting you in prison and tying you with chains on your bed at 4:30? No. But you enjoy. I can't get up at 4:30, you see. I tried my best. I had enough of alarms, yoga mats, shoes. I watched tons of yoga videos, gymming videos, workout in 10 minutes, 6 minutes for 6-pack, 8 minutes for 8-pack, 10 minutes for total workout. All these videos I watch. But you see, I can't get up in the morning. And you start either getting comfortable or give up or even enjoying your inability. Please understand. I am not even saying you need to put all your effort. I want to make only this statement as essence of this session. If you can start looking at the whole, analyze each and every situation from the angle of manifesting it as you want, instead of the blame game of why the way it is. See, when you look at why the way you think, why the way you act, why the way you talk, why the way you feel, why the way you exist, the way you exist. If you feel tremendous pain, inability, you are only enjoying, entertaining blame game, putting the blame on the past. Now it is time. Even the why should be from the context of how. Oh, you don't know, Swami, my background. For my background, even how I survived is extraordinary. No one else other than me would have survived in my background, the way I grew up or the place I was in. If you are interested in that, you will never find solution. You will never find the life as you want. You will never find the reality which you want to manifest. If you want to conquer the life, that's why I use the word conquering life for this program. Actually, you have to conquer it. There is no way you can have agreement with your past. The way as life is happening to you, there is no way you can just paint, do the tinkering, touch up here and there and use it again. No. It is just straight your enemy. The way the life is occurring to you now is not your business partner, is not your friend. I think not your friend, all of you know already. But you always think there is a possibility for negotiation. I'll do little negotiation and just do this touch up and that touch up, little lipstick and little combing and little painting here and there, and little tinkering, polishing. No. Only if you understand your past should become redundant and you should not expect inspiration from your past. You should generate a mechanism in you as a source of inspiration and make the whole redundant. The whole should become irrelevant. Only then conquering can happen to you. Please understand, the spirit with which you need to approach whatever way the life is occurring to you is conquering, not adjusting, not manipulating, not withdrawing. The way the life is occurring to you, you just need to conquer. That's the only solution. As long as you have the light, soft corner and sympathy for you, and justification about the way you exist, conquering is not possible. I am not asking you to be angry with your past. No. I am asking you to be ferocious with your past. Be ferocious with the way your life is occurring to you. The way you approach your life should be the attitude of conquering. Not angry, but ferocious. Not angry, but ferocious. This is one small but great shift needed to happen. The way you look at the life, the way you diagnose your life, the way you find the reasons why you are enjoying this thought current, the way you are enjoying, why the diseases are there the way it is there, why the relationship failures are there the way it is there, why the tiredness and boredom, irritation, all this exists in you the way it is existing. Why? Ask all the whys from the angle of solving it, not from the angle of blaming it. Few minutes of contemplation. Please take it up.
Manipulate. It's not manipulation. It's not. conquering life, experiencing that space of going beyond time, going beyond life. Swamiji said, you can never try to suppress, you can never try to manipulate. It's not manipulation, it's not suppression, it is not anger, it is conquering life, purely conquering life. The way life occurs to you, bringing it under your control. It's not right. See, but it's not about manipulation, it's not trying to overpower something, it is just purely trying to conquer life. How many times have Swamiji was saying, right? Many times you try something and you decide, you say the solution does not work for you. How many of you have experienced that? Many times you feel like you have found the solution for something, you feel like you're trying, but it just doesn't happen. How many of you have experienced like that? Post in the chat. Yes, I see yeses. My forum, yes, it's available on YouTube. You can, in our channel itself, Conquering Life, Conquering Time are some of the most popular satsangs of Swamiji's. It is available. It's one of the most watched satsangs. See, please understand, approaching life from the angle of the past will always make it loaded with fear. Most of us enjoy problems because the infrastructure you established is just to make your past worthy. Swamiji tells, right? Swamiji beautifully told, when someone came and told to Swamiji that, I'm putting so much effort, but no result is happening. Swamiji said, be very clear. Till the result happens, what you do cannot be called as effort. It is the wrong diagnosis. And the key here is wrong diagnosis of any problem is delusion. If you feel you have tried, but it is just not working out, then understand you have not tried. Because see, if I want to put off the fire, and I can keep saying, oh, I'm trying. But if what you're pouring is kerosene, how will the fire turn off? That's the exact thing. We all, most of the times, are having a complicated pattern or approach in life. We keep trying, correct? We keep trying, but we try the wrong solution. Many times you come to wrong diagnosis in life, and wrong diagnosis is delusion. It is like you go in front of the mirror, you have a problem in your head, your forehead is bleeding, but you put the bandage on the mirror and you keep expecting things to change. No, then the problem will not get solved. Understand, every single time you identify the wrong problem, the wrong reasoning for your problem is delusion. Only if you understand that your past should become redundant and you should not expect inspiration from your past. Only that will make you conquer life. This understanding will make you conquer life. It is not about you trying to make your past redundant. It's not about, you don't need to put any separate effort. There's a beautiful story Swamiji will tell. Once a man goes to a doctor and he tells, doctor, I have fracture all over my body. The doctor is startled. He says, what? Then the man says, yes, doctor, you don't know. I put the finger on my head, ouch, it hurts. Then he says, I put the finger on my cheeks, ouch, it hurts. Then he says, I put the finger on my arms, again it hurts. So he puts on every part and he says, doctor, it just hurts everywhere I touch, there is pain. So I'm having a serious problem, doctor, nothing can be done. Doctor patiently listens to him, picks up a prescription, writes a note, and then he gives it. The man reads it. It says, your finger is fractured. That needs the treatment. Just because your finger is fractured, you can't put cast or bandage on your whole body. Even if you, with fractured finger, if you touch any part, it is going to pain. But that wrong diagnosis of life is delusion. Conquering life cannot happen. Right now, we're all handling life like this man. With the same pattern, you go and try one thing, it will fail. You go and try another, it will fail. You'll go and try another, it will fail. Because the problem is not with situation, nobody is conspiring against you. Nobody is saying, oh, come on, you have to fail. If you don't fail, they cannot be happy. No. But understand, as long as you let your patterns, you let your delusions dictate your experience of reality, life will never manifest the way you want. How many of you are catching it? How many of you are understanding it? Can I request every one of you to post your understanding? What are you understanding differently? Alvaro Aya and Andreas Aya, Shane Aya. And everyone, can I request every one of you to please post? What did you understand? Balasubramanyamaya, Nithyanandam. Come on, every one of you post. See, because it's very important we come to the right conclusions about life. With a broken finger, anywhere you touch, it is going to pain. But the problem is not with the places you touch, it's a problem with what finger you're touching. That is what is misdiagnosing, and wrong diagnosis of any problem is delusion. See, many times we suffer with a pattern. I'll give you all an example. Inside you, you deeply believe that you are a failure. Now, let's say you go to your boss. He tells you, you present a project to him. So your boss tells, okay, it's good, but I have not seen you successfully deliver in something. So I would like to have some more accountability from you. That is enough to set you off. You feel like, what? See, because inside you already feel, you're convinced that you're a failure. What do you try? You always try to get a certificate that you're successful from outside. You want people to tell you, no, you're fine, you're successful. Of course, no, life is not going to do that for you. Life will not reflect that situation to you. Pankaj Kankaraya and Zach Medaya, are you all understanding? See, just put this down. You all will understand how you can conquer your life. If as long as you carry these patterns inside of you, right, where someone comes and dictates something to you, coming to wrong diagnosis of a problem. Swamiji tells a very beautiful incident. A man had come to Swamiji for darshan, and he came to Swamiji and he said, Swamiji, you know what? I need very badly to divorce. Please bless me to get divorced. Swamiji was surprised. Swamiji said, look, I only bless people to form relationships, and why suddenly you're coming and asking the blessings for divorce? The man told Swamiji, no, Swamiji, you don't know. I can't live with my wife, Swamiji. What me? Nobody can live with her. My life has been too much of torture, Swamiji. Please bless me for divorce. Swamiji said, all right, let's first try to understand what the problem is, and based on that, let's conclude. This man said, no, Swamiji, my wife will even kill me. Swamiji said, okay, come on, explain to me what the issue is. He said, Swamiji, you don't know. Just today morning, she knew I was already running late to my office. When she came to give me coffee, she correctly poured coffee on me, Swamiji. It was hot. Swamiji is like surprised. Okay, she would have poured accidentally. What happened? What is it about that? No, Swamiji, she said it is accident, but you don't know. Today if she pours coffee on me, tomorrow the same person will pour acid on me. What will happen to me? Swamiji said he felt so bad for that person. He was in such delusion, just one simple incident, and after that it doesn't end here. He says, Swamiji, you don't know, Swamiji, it doesn't start here. It goes back 15 years ago, Swamiji, when the marriage happened in Indian marriages, just to give a little bit of friendliness between the bride and the groom. They play these traditional games, like they put a ring in the water and whoever gets first, and etc. Right? So this man brings up that example. He says, Swamiji, even that time when we both were trying to grab the ring, she scratched my hand. That time itself I should have been aware of her, but I married her by mistake. Swamiji said, I see many people laughing, but understand, this is a cruel joke that all of us play in our lives. Swamiji said that man was in such strong delusion that he was keeping account of every small thing, and he built up such a strong validation for his delusion with all wrong reasonings. Swamiji was saying in the satsang, Swamiji was saying to himself that he thought, for what you are doing to your wife, she should only get a divorce from you. But later on, Swamiji made that man complete. Swamiji made him understand, and whatever, things healed and settled down. But Swamiji felt so bad for the amount of delusion that we all induce into our lives. I'm not saying all problems are imaginary, but all the suffering is delusion. Your pain, okay, there are painful situations, but the suffering you go through because of that pain is delusion. Please be very clear and please understand this. Conquering life cannot happen. You cannot conquer something with wrong diagnosis. Ma Wendy is saying that's funny. Uh, that man was totally delusional. Understand, Ma? It is, we are seeing him as an example because Swamiji gave. But the problem is the same with all of us. For him, his wife. For you, it could be your boss. For you, it could be someone else. It could be a situation. It could be money. It could be something. But we all have this. Mai Wang is asking, so the problem is inside. But outside, understand? The problem is not on the outside. Life is a mirror. Whatever situation on the outside that you see is a reflection of your inside. If your inside is deluded, confused, angered, afraid, insecure, life will manifest only that as a result to you. If you need to conquer life, first you need to drop the wrong analysis of the problem. Wrong diagnosis of any problem, wrong remembrance of any problem is delusion. You would have tried, let's say you tried to go for gym and you decided to go to gym, like Swamiji said, you buy shoes, you buy yoga mat, you buy supplements, you buy a workout plan, you even hire a nutritionist, you do all of this, you keep it ready, you watch motivational videos, you watch all these 10 minutes total body workout, 1 week 6 packs challenge, all of this you watch, and you're inspired, you're ready. But you go 1 or 2 days, by third day you see a special offer in your nearby Domino's and you cancel your workout plans and you go and binge eat there. What happens? You do this and you keep falling into this pattern. But you know what? 6 months later, you know what you'll remember? You'll say, oh, you know what? I got so many items. I tried starting workout, but it just didn't work out for me. All this yoga and all is not going to help me. Better I should just mind my own business. That is precisely wrong diagnosis of a problem. That is delusion. Ma Harleen Gomez, I would not even say it is will persistence. Ma, it is just right understanding of where the blind spot is. See, will persistence is different. That means you are taking an effort, but many places we don't address the right issue. What is the exact problem? We don't identify. That wrong diagnosis leads to delusion. Understand? It is your will. You have so much of pain associated with your will. You will tell, I used all my willpower. For 3 days I tried, it worked, but then it has failed. Then you will decide to give up on the will. No, your will is not the stick that you use for cleaning your bathroom. Your will is the stick. It's the wand that you use to create the reality. It is your royal staff with which you conquer life. Now, can I ask every one of you to write down some problems that you're really struggling with? Some problems which you feel you have never been able to come to solutions for. Can you all write it down? Just 5 minutes. Pen that down. And write down what is the exact root of that problem. What is the exact reason of that problem? Please take a few minutes and write down. Let's keep this fast. Let's take 5 minutes to finish this. Yes. Hope you all have written down. Yes. Hope all of you were able to write down. Please start with this. Start with understanding and analyzing this. If you just come to the right conclusions about things, most of the times we carry wrong judgments about past. But the moment you start looking from the angle of solving instead of the angle instead of brooding over, then you will see life will manifest the way you want, how you want, whatever you want. Now, most of the times, what happens in our inner space is we're all stuck with these impossibilities and we decide that, that's all it is. Nothing can be done. We come to the wrong conclusion, but that wrong conclusion, that pain that we carry with our will, is what is called decision fatigue. And Swamiji has revealed very beautifully about decision fatigue. So, as the last session of our day, let's listen to this very beautiful truth from Swamiji.
Fatigue decision or decision fatigue means fatigue which happens to you by making decisions. Actually, decision fatigue is fatigue decision. Listen. Decision fatigue is nothing but fatigue decision. I'll explain. When you decide to superimpose elephant on a wooden sculpture, elephant, the fear or greed or other emotions, opinions associated with elephant gets aggravated in you. When you go through that ups and downs, incompletions, you become tired. Even if buildings are happening, big buildings are happening, what you are doing is only phone call, nothing else. If you just do the postmortem and see exactly what you are doing, it's only phone call and talking. And at the most signing, that's it. But you are so arrogant, you don't want to believe you are not doing anything. Because you are always, you thrive on pampering yourself with arrogance. Pampering yourself with arrogance is the way you thrive. So naturally, to cheat others, you start using the word, I am doing this, I am doing that. And finally, you yourself start believing and get cheated by it. You getting cheated by yourself is what I call fatigue decision or decisions of fatigue. The decision making leading to fatigue are out of fatigueness you decide to be arrogant. I tell you. Fatigueness, when you are tired, you decide to believe you are doing too big things. Because you need to justify to yourself you are big, you are doing something great. I can't understand people becoming tired by traveling. They say, oh, I came from Chennai to Bangalore, I am tired, I have to go and lie down. Hey, what have you done? Other than sitting in the AC car. It is just most cunning, arrogant way of cheating others. Unfortunately, while you utter these words to cheat others continuously, after 4 or 5 times you start believing that words and get cheated. get cheated terribly. Understand? If you cheat your boss, you are doing great, you may gain some money. If you cheat yourself, you lost your very life. Anybody who cheats himself or herself loses life. You are in utter confusion, don't know what to do, don't have direction, don't have any real movement done. Tired, busy. End of the day, if you see just blown arrogance. I am this, I am that, I am doing this, I am doing that. Actually, if you see what you are doing, nothing more than calling. Now you are standing here, holding your hands. For this, at least 100 decisions your brain has to take. To put the weight on the right leg, left leg, hold the hands together, all that. To build this whole campus, less number of decisions only your brain need to take. Actually, even for your breathing, how many decisions your brain need to take? Less than that number of decisions only you need to take every day. Even you are most productive, much better than me. Even if you are in that space, you need to take only less decisions which you need to take for your breathing. For your breathing, if you are taking 200 decisions, and if you take just 100 decisions for the work, the whole thing will be successful. It's arrogance. The false identification, because of your decision, whoever is working, you attribute all that glory to you. You attribute all that glory to you, which is not true. Which is not true. Arrogance. Because decision makers are paid more money than the people who are working, you develop certain arrogance.
Whether it's the Balasant having pus in his ears needs healing, or somebody came and stole something in some branches, or some devotee got into accident, he needs immediate healing, I need to attend. How I sit and go on micromanaging tirelessly, almost 800 to 1000 decisions I make a day without decision fatigue. Don't think about what you did based on the result. Think only based on what you did. If you think based on the result, you will fall into decision fatigue. Decision fatigue is one of the biggest suffering of the corporate mind. And I said, all of us put together made 2000 phone call and 100 successful phone call, that's all. The whole team collapsed, came down to planet Earth. I should say got grounded from the airy, fairy, Hari. Result is the sign of our completion, but based on result, you cannot assume what you have done. When it comes to what you have done, see, feeling about what you contributed should come only from what is the effort you put. See, what I am talking is talking from the context of becoming egoistic out of air, thin air. all right, this whole thing is done. What these guys have done? One phone call to this contractor, one phone call to the umbrella fellow, one phone call to the Dumbai fellow, one phone call to the volunteer scheme. They tied it over. You not building castles in the air about your contribution keeps you away from denial and keeps you grounded about life. The decision fatigue is all about entertaining denial. When you entertain denial, listen carefully. You need to justify you are doing too many big things. So you have to always weigh yourself based on the result, not based on what you contributed. This is one of the biggest corporate problem. And I tell you, decision fatigue damages your liver and intestine. If you remove decision fatigue from your life, you will grow younger. Decision fatigue starts as delusion, ends as disease. Decision fatigue starts as delusion, grows as disorder, ends as disease. I know many of you are not convinced that you have a decision fatigue. You all feel that really you are contributing something. Because it is such an important, how important I am for the society and for the people around me. That is one of the important food you eat. That is being now denied. Understand, listen, you may now think how the length and this denial is connected. Whenever you decide, I will not put my energy on lawyer, engineer, multiple things, and I will put only in one. You will start seeing your efficiency to engage with life drastically comes down due to boredom attack. You always think, I'll put all the 12 hours into the law and master, and you forget to understand there is something called boredom, which will be attacking you. You will be falling prey for it. You may have to face that in your course. You don't plan to handle, you don't have a right plan to handle the boredom. But you deny all the other entertaining aspects of your routine. When the boredom attacks, you collapse. Denial always leads to low efficiency, low engagement with life. When the engagement with life comes down, depth of the boredom increases. Depth of the boredom, denial, less engagement with life, decision fatigue is all one and the same. How many of you are catching? All these are just one and the same. Not only in your corporate life, even in your spiritual third eye life, even in manifesting Sadashivatva, you play the same stupid game.
Listen, decision fatigue steals your life from you. Decision fatigue directly tires your liver and intestine. Decision fatigue directly affects your very existence. The NRI Hindus, non-residential Indians, Hindus, listen. This is one of the important message I have for you. It has nothing to do with spirituality. You get heart diseases, heart problems, and die younger 600 times, not percentage. Listen, 600 times. Listen to me once more, not percentage. If you want, Google it. I again and again read that line. No, is it percentage or time or spelling mistake or error? So I landed upon one or two articles saying 600%. Then I went through again and again, larger number of articles and more authenticated papers published with the original names and the organization names which did research are talking 600 times. Even I could not understand. But I can give you the original reference. 600 times you are more prone to the heart problem, heart disease, death. Reason is, I tell you, decision fatigue. Only one reason, decision fatigue. If you are an NRI, 99% of you are in white collar job. Only the construction workers in Dubai and few working class in Malaysia and Singapore, like this exemption only does blue collar job. 99% of you are doing only white collar job. Then what is the need for you to die so early? One and only reason, decision fatigue. If I can make NRI community understand decision fatigue from the angle of physical, physiological, psychological, not even from the angle of spiritual. Because still, the NRIs have their own matrix. Till you get out of the matrix, I can't teach you spirituality. Even from the angle of physical, physiological, psychological, decision fatigue destroys your life. Understand? If I make this one truth to the whole NRI community, if I can reach this one truth to the NRI community, I feel I have done my responsibility. Because it is very unfortunate, the NRI community is not understanding or not yet discovered the solution. They have not understood the decision fatigue can be healed just in one sitting. It does not need to be part of your life. A simple understanding about integrity, grounding yourself. Oh, listen, listen. Understanding the cosmic flow of life
like karma, naturally takes its own course of life. Listen to every truth I am revealing. Understanding the natural flow of life means knowing people who harm you will get their karma back. People who support you will get their punya back. If you do something wrong, you get the karma. If you do something wrong but you raise your consciousness, you can save yourself from the karma coming back. Understanding these few basic principles takes away tiredness, boredom, decision fatigue from your head. Listen, decision fatigue is nothing but cherished revenge and frustration by coming to a conclusion, world is not fair. Listen, when you feel world is not fair, you block the flow of energy through you. You block your Shakti. You fall into frustration. Naturally, that leads to decision fatigue. Understanding world is just dharmic. Having simple eyes to see how the karma comes back, how nobody can escape from good or bad. Understanding this basic truth takes away all decision fatigue, frustration, anger about life, vengeance you cherish about people and life, known, unknown, all that just taken away. You become a free channel for energy to flow. Listen. Knowing whether human society or world, nature, everything known and unknown flows as per dharma. I tell you guys, it is this clarity, just because of this clarity, karma naturally goes back to people. I don't initiate new karma. See, listen carefully. This is one of the biggest confusion, all those so-called logical brains. People try to tell, maybe, see, when I tell them, hey, don't kill the goat and eat, next janma, the goat will come as a human being and kill you and eat. They say, maybe Swamiji, last janma, the goat killed me and ate. That is why now I am killing the goat and eating. Stop initiating new karma. then your Kundalini will be awakened. You will have the Shakti to see the flow of whole life. Stop this idiotic justification for initiating new karma. Listen carefully. When I realized the flow of dharma and flow of karma, I stopped initiating new karma chakra or the karmic chains that has brought so much energy in me. So much energy, I tell you. Every time I start having larger visualization, larger plans, larger work. Every time when people try to hit me, persecute me, I flare up and become larger than their imagination. Secret of my energy is knowing the karma flow and dharma flow. I just know you don't need to initiate anything to take revenge on people. Initiate, focus everything to protect you and creatively contributing. That's all. You protect yourself, for that you can do everything. And go on contributing creatively. Even when I give a simple hug, it is absolutely creative. I just want to lubricate that being's inner space with my love and compassion and acceptance, so it can flower into a beautiful, powerful being. Same way when I scream, I just carve that being to become a god in every level. I stop just with these two. Maximum I protect myself and I go on contributing creatively, because I am assured inside me experientially about the flow of the dharma, flow of the karma. I do not have a cherished vengeance, cherished anger, cherished violence. All of you should know. You may not have cherished anger towards one person, but you may have a whole against the whole system. You may have a cherished anger and violence against the whole humanity, against the whole economical system, against the whole currency system. When you cherish the anger against the whole system, or the organization you are working for, or the career you are doing, or the clients you are having, you may have anger towards the whole system. Even that gets you decision fatigue. When you cherish anger towards one person, it's called vengeance. When you cherish anger towards unknown system, it's called frustration. Vengeance and frustration both brings decision fatigue in you. If you have seen my administration personally, you will see clearly neither known nor unknown vengeance. I'll keep myself away from people. I know the cobras. I know culinaries. I keep myself away, protect. But I will not cherish anger, vengeance, or frustration and all. Because I know karma will get back. Karma will get back.
Understanding. Anyone with the right conclusions, the right understandings about art can have a breakthrough in future. See, all the decision fatigue, the tiredness you carry with your will, just drop it. You will manifest. You will conquer life. You will conquer desires, and you will manifest what you want. So hope all of you enjoyed your day today, and hope you all had wonderful day learning all these great truths. Please understand every single day the truths that are designed for you is absolutely for you to experience that space better and better and better. Now we learned about conquering time, we learned about conquering desires. Tomorrow we are going to be learning about conquering life itself. We are going to be learning how you can manifest the space of Ajayatva. Tomorrow is the day where Somaskandamurti is coming. So basically, wherever you want to manifest victory, you will be learning the secret, the science for it. And all of you that are sitting here with us tomorrow, please bring Chandan, Kumkum, Bhasma, any of these powders, turmeric you have for tomorrow's initiation. Tomorrow is a very, very powerful initiation process. Do not miss see that. And this brings us all to the conclusion of our day today. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking your time. Thank you for coming today. Let us all conclude our day. The Purnamitra.
ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवपादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.